Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today's episode is kind of a throwback to an episode I've already done, but something that I did promise I'd do. And what I'm trying to do is be better at keeping those promises I make to getting videos out to everyone at home. Now, I was actually planning on having a full, comprehensive edit out this week, but turns out I got a lot of footage. The video went really well, and this is going to be a long one that I'm editing. So I decided we're gonna pull a little audible here and throw in a video in between. So if you like this style of video where I'm sitting down talking one-on-one, talking about a bit of tackle, as you know by the title what this is kind of going through. But if you are into this sort of video and you do like this plus all my other content, like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. But on today's episode, we're going through the 6-month review. The 6-month review of, well, the Daiwa Dbox. Now I really wish I could remember the model name and everything that goes with this, but alas I do not. All I know is it's the jig head box made by Daiwa Australia. And you know what? Well, let's just be honest here. I like it. I really do like it. In fact, I like it so much that I not only added the little kayak one, or the little one for the kayak, I also added another big one for jig heads and trailers and not jig heads, trebles, stingers, single hooks, a couple of bigger jig heads, bloody everything, trailer hooks, absolutely everything. So now my hook collection is all stored in these bad boys. The only exception to that is some of my weedless hooks and larger hooks, and I'll kind of go through that later. But for now, we are going through this. As some people may or may not know, I may not be the biggest lover of Daiwa products. Not saying they're not great products or good products. Just don't like them. May go back to a sneaky little thing anyway, won't go into that. But I do give credit where credit is due, and credit is due with these boxes. And you may ask at home, why is that? Well, that in fact comes down to this simple solution and reason. And that is, it works. It keeps all those jig heads, as you can see there, incredibly neatly organised. Even to that point where I can tip this over, give it a shake, and we've got jig heads from 1/16 of an ounce, 1/20th of an ounce, all the way up to, I'm pretty sure the big ones are 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Upside down, shaking it, and they did not go anywhere. I've never had a box do that before. Not like that, not with that ability to keep all those jig heads secure and good to go. So, with that, things I love about it. I love how organised all my jig heads are on it. I have all my weights sorted in a row. I can see them, they're clear. This is a love-hate thing, but it is a thin box. Now, being a thin box is great for the smaller jig heads, but the hate about it is that when you get to the larger barrow-sized jig heads, you can't really keep them in. You can keep some in, but not the biggest of the lot, which for me is a shame, because it would be awesome to have a deeper box that I could leave in it rigged barrow jig heads with the stinger hook, everything attached to it, whip it out straight on, all my barrow, like have a barrow box that's specifically made for one of these. The upside to that is, in reality, I can set that box up in one of these, like this, and have my barra treble set up down there, as you can see. Some good treble action there. And I could really just attach the swivels and split rings in there and just crimp on the put on the split ring onto those jig heads that have that mount for them. So that is another thing I love about it. It just works. It works well. The other thing is some weedless hooks, because of the belly in them, don't always fit in properly, which is what I was saying before about why some weedless hooks aren't kept in the box. And they're mainly to do with the bigger barrel ones and the larger size ones that I use. But other than that, I really like this box. Would I recommend it to everyone at home? Yes. Are they expensive? Yeah, they're not cheap. But do they work? Yes. So the next thing to test for me is whether they work with the soft vibes, which is one of the things they're designed for. Plus, I'm going to give running some little hard bodies in a couple of go as well, because I think it'd make for a really, really easy to use, neat box for the kayak. When I'm running little jerk baits, little crankbaits, all that stuff for bass, barra. No, maybe not barra, but bass, brim, flathead, like, you know, all that kayaking stuff I do on the side. So, Daiwa Dbox gets my thumbs up, my recommendation. I definitely do think if you are looking for a better solution to organise your jig heads, trebles, stinger hooks, even vibes, from what I've seen, I do recommend it. I do think if you are on the market for one, buy one. As I said, are a bit more expensive, will cost and set you back a bit more money, but that's my honest review. I like it, I will run it, I'm buying more, so stick with it. I like my Plano Edge boxes, really like those. I really like the different depths, the different models, the fact they all look the same, they're all the same shape and size, just varying depths, and the fact that I can label them, they're well constructed, they're solid, they're good quality. But to match those, the Dbox goes really well for jig heads. So, if you have enjoyed this video already, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to build the channel, and you're doing well. And I appreciate everyone who's stuck around through my lulls in filmmaking and not. And I really do hope you stick around for the next episode coming out. It is a long one. Be prepared. You will sit down. It will take some time to watch. But the end result, I think, is excellent, because you see me go through a large range of lures, give a bit of a review, show you they do catch fish, and how to catch fish on them. So until next time, go out fishing and enjoy yourselves. Or, much like this video, go buy tackle and enjoy yourselves. And we out.